I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I've only told 1,814 people. You ready for this? Come in close. Stellar Blade was censored. Oh, I know. Shocking, right? You had no idea. Yes, it's true. Some of Eve's outfits were covered up with a little bit of extra clothing. However, that does not mean that there aren't skimpy outfits in the game. There certainly are. However, the outfits that were covered up were covered up. Added clothing on an outfit is added clothing. An added cover-up is an added cover-up and still counts as censorship. So Grummz started the Free Stellar Blade petition to get the censorship removed, and it has over 70,000 signatures as of the upload of this video. So obviously, such a benign petition would be loved by many, and those who don't support it would simply ignore it, because who cares, right?
Wrong.
Well, of course, this is the internet, and as you know, everything has to be turned into a culture war. And as per usual, it's the radical left-wing anti-gamer propagandists versus the gamers. And as you know, I always side with the gamers. The little guys, the downtrodden, the oppressed, the maligned, the marginalized, the underdogs, and the unfairly maligned. That's right, I will always support the gamers. And in supporting the gamers, I will drink to that from the woven goblet of enemy blood. Let's take a sip. Woo! Thick in irony. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx, and this is your stronghold for rational, reasonable, real gamers. Let's roll the intro.
War never changes.
So there's all this drama surrounding the petition that it's, not a big deal, and it's a bunch of loser gamers who want to see more skin, because apparently these loser gamers have to use a video game to get their rocks off. It's as if they couldn't go to the hundreds upon hundreds of different websites that have an endless stream of that kind of content completely uncensored. No, they think people are actually using this video game to self-pleasure. Let's be honest. All right, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think there is any significant number of men anywhere in the world using video games to get their rocks off. It's just not a thing. It's a made-up argument. No, I'm not saying there isn't a single guy anywhere who's never done it. There's always one person somewhere who's done something crazy. But no, there's no significant number of men out there trying to pleasure themselves to any video game. There's just not. And the greatest drama of all began with a guy running the account at Toneman, which now appears to be deleted, at least as of the upload of this video, but could still be reactivated. So what did he do? Did he complain and criticize? Did he call people names? Did he use anti-white slurs like racist or bigot? Maybe. I don't know. His account isn't up right now to actually look and see if he did any of those things. But one thing he did do is this. Yes, that's right. He solicited the murder of Grummz, Mark Kern, offering $20,000 for someone to, quote, make him disappear, unquote. Of course, I skipped a word in there. He called him a dipshit, which, honestly, not very nice. Not very nice at all, Toneman. So Mr. Toneman here thought it would be a good idea to post publicly his felony crime of solicitation for murder, which can carry the same penalty in all 50 U.S. states as first-degree murder. So Toneman, aka Tony Menson, has a variety of publicly available accounts where he shows his employer, who appears to be Double Mountain Brewery and Cidery in Portland, Oregon. Additionally, Cascade Brewing has posted on Twitter showing a photo of Tony Menson, as well as identifying him by name, seeming to indicate that he either works for them as well or switched jobs. I've contacted both Double Mountain Brewery and Cidery and Cascade Brewing in Portland, Oregon, to let them know about this whole situation, because Honestly, I think any employer should know if one of their employees is soliciting for murder. I also completed an FBI online tip, specifically under the heading Solicitation for Murder, and completed a tip for Portland, Oregon Police Department. If you make the decision to contact anyone regarding this criminal activity on Twitter, please remember to never harass, never threaten, always be polite, and always be truthful. But that wasn't the end of all this drama. You see, it was followed by a woman named Denim on Twitch, who's also an e-prostitute on OnlyFans. What did Denim do? Well, she decided that on a live stream on Twitch to up the ante and increase the bounty on Mark Kern's head from $20,000 to $30,000.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? $30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger.
Yes, she also solicited for murder in a live stream. But since she's a woman and Twitch is full of both e-prostitutes themselves and male simps, we know that most likely nothing's going to happen to Denim. She probably won't even lose her account, much less be prosecuted for her criminal activity. It is more than likely that she will suffer absolutely no consequences whatsoever for her activities. And of course, she protected her Twitter account, going into hiding, and sent a DM to Asmongold claiming to have been joking, even though if you watch the video, there doesn't appear to be anything joking about it. Not only does she appear to be serious and appear to be genuinely angry at Grummz, she refers to him as, quote, a moron, unquote. So my friends, make no mistake, had a man done this to her, that guy would have been suspended permanently from the platform the very same day, and he would be getting a knock at his door from either local law enforcement or the FBI.
I guarantee you.
This is another example of the anti-male bias that our system and culture has, because when men do things like this, it is never perceived as a joke and written off as,
well, you know.
But when a woman does it, we get a lot of that,
well, you know.
No, I don't know. How about when a woman commits a felony, she be treated the same as a man who commits the same felony? How about that? How about equal treatment? Isn't that what equality is all about? Now, for those of you who are taking the weak position and saying, but Fox, we're this side of the whole aisle. We don't report people. We don't try to get people deplatformed. That's not what we do. We support free speech. Well, solicitation for murder is not free speech. And let me remind you, our enemies, the radical left-wing anti-gamers, would not hesitate for 1 second to hold you accountable for your actions, right or wrong. They try to get you in trouble for actions that aren't even wrong. How much more would they try to get you in trouble for committing a felony online, in public, for all to see? They would not hesitate to get you deplatformed, banned. They wouldn't hesitate to report you to police. They wouldn't hesitate to try to get other people to locate you, find you, and assault you or even murder you. This is literally what the other side is doing, because I just gave you 2 examples of them doing that very thing. They are hoping that some psychotic person out there, some person out there with mental illness will see their tweets, will see their Twitch live streams or videos, and they'll go, yes, we need to get this guy, and they'll go out and seriously harm or even kill somebody. And when you are seriously assaulted or killed, they will celebrate. You've seen these people. They celebrate the deaths of those they consider their enemies. So please, don't sit here and say, but Fox,
I don't want to get them banned from Twitter. I don't want them to lose their Twitch account.
Fuck that. Hold these people accountable. Never harass, never threaten, stay legal, stay polite, but hold them accountable. And I will take another sip of the Wolven Goblet of enemy blood for that. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. A huge shout out to our channel members, Drunken Dwarf and Cornelius Nolan. You too can join the channel, get all the nice perks. You get badges, emojis, early access to the videos, and sometimes even more. Click the join link. It's just $1.99 a month. And if you somehow didn't know by now, I have a book. That's right. It's a cyberpunk sci-fi novel known as New Tokyo by yours truly, MarcFoxx. You can get it on Amazon, on Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and paperback formats, and there's a free sample. Check it out. You can read it on your smartphone. And you know what else you can do with your smartphone? You can emulate the Nintendo and play games like Magician on the NES, because nobody in this game issues you a death threat. Although there are lots of enemies actually trying to kill you, but they don't make death threats. Go down there, tap that like button, leave a comment. I do read them all. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell icon. Thank you so much for watching again. And as always, my friends, for Fox's sake, stay real, keep playing, and never forget, yesterday's tomorrow is today's today.
Thing sucks!